What's going on, everyone? I'm back again, and there is still no end product on this road to glory. We're into the 4th episode now, and I think this weekend was the worst one so far. I had a pretty good feeling about it last week, but needless to say, the boys really outdone themselves this weekend. Let's see how badly they actually did. As you can see, once again, we were heavily reliant on Cienciano keeping a clean sheet, and they didn't do that. Not only did they not do that, they put up some pretty yellow scores. Not to outdo themselves, Atlas also turned up similarly, getting the result, but somehow managing to miss my players altogether. Look like I'm actually crying. Furch and Luis Reyes putting up a total of just over 82 points between the two of them. Nowhere near good enough, and if that wasn't good enough, Ricardo Centurion just outdone himself, hasn't he? He's not even got on the pitch this weekend. So as far as game weeks go, I think that was pretty abysmal. Let's hope for something a little bit better this weekend. We are going to need to make some serious changes if we're going to hit any of those rewards, any of those cards, or any Ethereum altogether. As it has been so disastrous, I'm going to take a slightly different approach this weekend and try and put out 2 teams, and I'm going to switch things up a little bit in the transfer market, make a swap or 2. This is what I've done. Let's go. We're going to line the boys up in cap 240 limited once again this weekend, for the main reason that I just think that ETH threshold is what I really need to be aiming for, and because my goalkeeper is quite a good pick for this weekend with a score of 44 and a fixture with a decent chance of a clean sheet. I know he hasn't really been delivering in recent weeks, but we're just going to have to keep going and hope we can push through this weekend. So I'm going to line things up a little bit differently. Instead of using Beltran alongside him, I'm going to be using Marcelo Silva, who has a home fixture against Seattle Sounders. He can definitely put up a big score when he wants to, so I'm hoping for big things from him. We have gone with the Atlas pairing once again, mostly because my forward options are pretty abysmal at the moment. Julio Furch is going to have to go in there and hopefully bang a goal away from home. Luis Reyes would just be hoping for a big score from him. Now, because of the scores of these, I found it a little bit difficult to fit someone into that midfield position. So what I decided to do this week was swap Alexis Pena out and bring in Takuji Yonemoto. 2 reasons for that. Yonemoto has fixtures all through the European close season, whereas Pena is going to finish his season pretty soon at Necaxa. And his price has taken a little spike, so I thought I'd cash in on him while his recent scores were high, and it kind of pushed him out of cap 240 limited. Yonemoto's got a nice 45 point price point at the moment, so I thought we'd slot him in quite nicely. He is capable of bigger scores than 45, so we'll be hoping for him to hit that sort of 55 to 60 point mark against F Marinos this weekend. Now, if we look at what else I've done, I've gone into cap 220 limited this weekend with the rest of the players that have not been used. So we've gone with Jalen Lindsay, Carlos Beltran, Ricardo Centurion, and Felipe Azevedo. As you can see up here though, remaining points at -7 is because I'm overpriced at the moment. Jalen Lindsay is a little bit of a risk, but this is pure punt. If everyone starts and has a good game, then who knows, we might find ourselves in the cards, and I feel at this point we'll take any chance, any opportunity we can, because it's been that bad that something's got to give. The problem we do have is Edison is pushing us over that cap. So what I need to do is try and identify a goalkeeper with a score price point of about 42. So what I'm going to do is head over to SO5 Game Week Center on Sorare Data, and I'm going to have a little look at the pick scores for the week upcoming. Select goalkeeper. We're going to be looking at those divisions that we can do drafts in. So let's start with MLS and see if there's any options at 42 points. Pick score of B there, Carlos Coronel. Let's see if we can do better than that. Bundesliga, pick score of B, home fixture, that looks quite good, Bredlow. French League, new ball at home to Montpellier, don't fancy that one. La Liga, Unai Simon in the Premier League, Meslier against Bournemouth, don't fancy that. Everson against Everton at home, I quite like that one. Let's have another look at that Bundesliga option. I think Bredlow against Mönchengladbach at home, I'm going to get Bredlow in. Let's head over to Sorare and get that goalkeeper in. Go into my Bundesliga swaps, which I haven't done yet. Let's get rid of Flecken. I'm not going to use him this weekend. Fabian Bredlow, get him in, confirm selection, and that is done. So we come back into our lineup builder, update the common cards. Bredlow, there he is. Get him in. And now we are good to go for the game week. 2 lineups. Let's go. Big things this weekend. Hopefully we can put an end to the rot that has been our Sorare Road to Glory up until this point. Like, subscribe and follow, and I'll see you back next week for the next episode. Good luck everyone. Fingers are crossed on this end. Let's bring it home.